So it might take a few minutes, so. Double count.
Yeah. All right. Look, I think Trump is the right choice, but I like what Vivek has to say with it. So I'm voting with my heart tonight. I'll vote with my head. I mean, I just cut the government.
From California originally, but I live in DC, in the Bay Area. What?
Don't ask me what I'm doing here. I don't know either.
For this election, who do you think you would have chosen post-COVID, and then who do you think you would have chosen for pre-COVID?
It would have been DeSantis in both cases.
And why would that be?
I don't like drama and I like things getting done.
And do you have any difference you would have observed from him pre and then post-COVID?
Well, he ended up winning a purple state and helping turn it red. He seemed to rely on evidence but make the decision that he felt was best for his people. And he seemed to get most of the things he wanted to get done.
We had Ryan Binkley with 3, Vivek Ramaswamy with 6, Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley tied at 17, and Donald Trump at 26. Ryan Binkley 2, Vivek Ramaswamy 5, Nikki Haley 8, Ron DeSantis 14, and Donald Trump 16. Straw poll is done, so we'll record and send the numbers up to RPI.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be wonderful. Enjoy New Hampshire, you said, right?
We'll see.
What were the candidates you would have chosen for this election in the pre-COVID era, and if there was any difference, why would you choose any for the post-COVID era?
Okay, first off, I was a Democrat who switched registration just specifically to vote for Nikki Haley tonight. So I'm not sure how that fits in with your question, but pre-COVID and post-COVID, I would never have voted for Donald Trump anyway. I would. The only reason I would vote for Nikki Haley at this point in time is as a strategic vote to help to try to give her a boost coming out of Iowa to going into New Hampshire to try to disrupt Donald Trump's momentum.
Based off of how you would have been thinking about this election pre-COVID, and then how you think about it now, how would you have seen a difference in the candidate you chosen, or would they have been the same one?
Actually, the candidate I chose was the same one for both. I'm a middle-of-the-road Republican. I voted for Bill Clinton twice. We're in agriculture, my family is, and he was really good for us. I supported Trump. I have voted for Trump every time. I will vote for Trump again. He makes us feel secure. We don't have to worry about, with him in office, other countries coming in and invading us or pushing us around. He's not about big government. He's a lover of our country. He's the best promoter this country has. So I'm real solid with him. I think he'll be our next president.
Is there any difference then in how you observed Trump pre and post-COVID, whether positively or just changing your expression of his platform?
I think Trump, before his first election, was very heartfelt and he was very real. The second election, I think he turned himself off because of advice from the poor advice he was getting from people around him. I believe now he's got himself turned back on 125%, and I truly believe that he cares about our country. And I think if you look at him, he looks like he's lost weight. He looks like he's in better shape. And he's better shape mentally. I think he's in better shape now to be president than he ever was. And look at all the battles he's fighting. At the same time, he's having to fight all these erroneous battles and still keep it all together. man, I want somebody like that in office, because the largest business in the United States is the U.S. government. And as a citizen, we should be concerned about our government, and myself, I'm named after my grandfather who died in World War II on the Rhine River. So I care about our country, but at the same time, the division that's in our country, I've got a son who is chairman of the Drake University Democrats. Great kid, really good person, hasn't spoke to me since the last time I voted for Trump. Why? I don't know. I'm willing to speak to him, and I don't condone anybody for their politics. But this division we have in our country, people need to get over it, and we need to put our country number one, and we need to worry about Social Security, not taking it away. I'm sure you have parents. I had parents, and Social Security was dynamic in their retirement, as it should be anybody. So I'm supporting Trump for that also, and our borders. Our borders is just a slaughter. We have to get our borders back secure. And yes, we need immigrants. We need people to build our country, but we got to take care of our country first. Let's take care of our country first, and then we can look outside our doors and see what we need to do for somebody else.
How do you feel with the results now that your candidate had won out in this in this poll?
Well, I came into this. I came into this precinct for this caucus knowing that there would be a lot of diversity, and we're here in the West Des Moines Marriott, which is the headquarters of Nikki Haley, and she only got 17 votes. Trump got 26, DeSantis got 17, and I was one of the counters. Everything was double counted and then triple counted, so everything's done above board. The results kind of came in like I thought they would. Nikki Haley doesn't have the traction, and even if DeSantis drops out, all of his people aren't going to go with her. We know that Nikki Haley is, I don't know how to put it in words that aren't nice. I call her a warmonger. She's a Bush Republican. She's about fighting wars. She's about big military. She's about all them things. Yes, we got to have military. We got to support our country and protect our country, but we don't need to be getting in these stupid wars. I'm a guy that I believe in peace. I liked Trump because he kept us out of wars. If there's a conflict, make it quick, make it sting, so the other bad people don't come back and do it again. You got to kind of rule with an iron fist, but at the same time take care of your people.
Are you here for the Dutch committee stuff, or were you here for voting? Were you here for voting? We already voted already.
He won.
Yeah, he won.
He won.
Yeah, he won anyway. So. How does
It's over with. No. It started at 7
Yeah,
o'clock.
voting's already over. We can't. You can't vote now.
You can sit and
Yes,
listen.
you can sit and listen. We're just doing county business now.
The voting is over. We started at 7. We've already voted.
Alrighty.
It's done with. Now we're just talking about county stuff.
I would ask the guy over there for further advice. You get 5 delegates for the convention on February 17th here at the Marriott. If you guys are interested, raise your hand right now. 1, 2, 3 here, 4 here. We're looking for a 5th.
5, going for 5, come on. Going for 5.
Going once, going twice.
5
would be better.
I know, right?
Bring a bragger.
Are there any?
What do you do at that one? What do you
So, this is the convention. This is like the overall convention where we will talk about platform planks. And if you guys are interested in writing about an issue that you guys have that wants to be in the Republican Party's platform, like that, like those brochures that they have, like describes what their policies are. This is how you start it. You guys write like I believe that the Second Amendment should be legal, like that, for example, like 2A, farms for all. You write that down here, like right over here, and then justification, so forth. And then you'll just hand it to me, we'll propose at a convention. In terms of the delegates, can I have your hands up? So that's 4 of us. Hearing none, we'll now vote by unanimous consent for the entire delegation. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. In a minute, I'm going to have all 3 of you come up here and sign the sheet. I'm going to talk about platform
Would you like to be a
resolution
delegate
for the convention.
for the convention? Okay, so that gives us 5 then.
If you need one, sure.
Then that gives us 5.
Okay.
That's perfect. But before the convention, there will be a meeting to sort out these. This is the platform committee. Now, if anyone's not interested, I will volunteer myself for the sake of sanity for all of us. Is there anyone interested in being on the platform committee? None? All in favor for unanimous consent, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Therefore, we are on our final one, which is, thank you guys for attending tonight's caucus. You guys are dismissed.
Based off of a pre and post COVID viewpoint difference, who would have you picked in pre COVID times, and who have you picked now post COVID?
So if you're asking if COVID had never happened, or before COVID?
Before COVID, and then after, basically for a difference to map out with your vote tonight.
So I probably would have picked Trump if COVID hadn't been part of the picture, but I think that threw a wrench in everything. So just the way things played out, tonight I believe that DeSantis was the better candidate to vote for. So I voted for him. Trump won at least our precinct. So if he's the general candidate in the general election, I'll still vote for him. But with COVID, I do believe, and everything that happened because of COVID, I do believe that Ron DeSantis would make a better chief executive.
Yes, you need.
So when the Democrats decided that they were moving to, I believe, one of the Dakotas for their primaries, they had basically listed that it was because of a lack of diversity. But here's the Republican Party thriving in Iowa. So how do you take to that and seeing the expression here?
They're all about racial politics, and Iowa is too white for them. So they don't think that represents what their party is, and they can do what they want with their own party. But I think that kind of rubs a lot of middle Americans the wrong way, where it shows, the Democrats really don't care about us. I mean, they're leaving us out explicitly now. So
pre-COVID, how was it the same or any different for how you viewed the election now post-COVID?
I honestly didn't see any difference between the two. Honestly, Iowa was. I think we were only closed for a couple weeks. I didn't really notice any difference. People really didn't. I mean, we wore masks, but we still went out. We didn't hide in our houses in the basement, trembling in fear. It didn't really make a difference that I saw at all.
Now, did that, and for that, who exactly did you go for then, based off of that lack of difference of COVID?
Well, last time I voted for Trump.
Okay.
And, if they would allow him to win again, I'd probably vote for him again, but they're not going to allow it.
So, based off of how the vote went for your preferred candidate, how then do you feel about this election or this election primary, where compared to the Democrat primary, the Republicans have remained in the state while the Democrats have left it because they wanted to make a more diverse setting for a primary in the Carolinas?
If they want to do that, that's their prerogative. I mean, we're a free country, and if they'd rather go somewhere else, you know, be my guest. Just don't expect a lot of support from us, because, you know, it was kind of like something that I heard that Nikki Haley had said. She had said that Iowa starts it, and she was catering to Pennsylvania, and she said that they correct it. And it's like, correct what? Because that's kind of rude. And then the great state of South Carolina brings it home. That was kind of a diss to Iowans, and I think most of us took it as such. But I don't know, if the Democrats want to go somewhere else and start it, then, you know, be my guest.